I blatantly lied on my online profile with the pictures that I had up. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Journey, your personal confidant. Today is story time. I would like to talk to you about a time where I was online dating. I've always online dated on and off for years. I know all the ins and outs and all the trickeries and all that stuff, right? However, I was the perpetrator this time. As you know or may not know, that there's a right way to online date. It starts off with your pictures. Pictures are everything. If you have the wrong pictures up, forget about it. Take it down and try again. As I'm consulting clients on dating, I actually tell them, take professional pictures. It's a way that you put your online profiles together. I did not know that then, but what I did know for sure is I was a lazy picture taker. I knew that I did not have current up-to-date pics. That's one of like the number one no-nos. Make sure your pictures are current. My pictures were not current because I was actually 20 pounds overweight in real life than I was, at least for sure, 15. But I know that because there's a jumpsuit that I actually wore in the picture and I could not even zip it up. Like literally it took like 2 people to try to fit me in. And fat was just bulging all over the place. So I knew that the pictures that I had up, but I didn't have any more pictures and I did not want to take any more pictures. Like it's so much just to get the right picture, the right angle, the right time, the right outfit, the right makeup. I mean, I can't. And that's why we don't get the results that we do, because we don't want to be bothered with what it takes in order to invest in the desired outcome. So nonetheless, I had the audacity, the gall to put pictures up where I was 20 pounds lighter. And I'm saying 20 pounds, 15, 20 is the same difference. Or I was deceiving the individuals. And I knew it. But I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. However, when I made peace with it is what it is, actually it's not. It's my way of like, you know what? I can't be bothered. Well, you know what? I'm going to have I can't be bothered results. How about that? And you know what? I was willing to take the chance because I really couldn't be bothered. So me and this gentleman started talking. Good looking, pictures great, great body. I mean, he's attractive, period. And so we started talking and we exchanged numbers and we were just, you know, chit-chatting, great vibe, great energy. And so he was traveling that weekend, so we couldn't meet. So when he got back in contact with me and we picked up right where we left off. So it was a Saturday night. We were supposed to meet at a restaurant in Williamsburg. So that's like a very nice hippie place in Brooklyn. So first of all, which is a big no-no, I was terribly late. Like I can't, this lateness won't let me be great. I swear this bad trait is ingrained in me. I am Haitian. It starts there. West Indian, honey? No. So I was ashamed and embarrassed, but nonetheless he was gracious enough to wait for me. I think I was something ridiculous like 30 minutes to an hour, but I was communicating. But that's not the point. There shouldn't be any buts to justify this, period, because I know if somebody had me waiting that long, it's really disrespectful actually, and I don't condone it. But nonetheless, that's what happened. And so coming up, girl, I still wore the jumpsuit. I mean, I was not going to buy new clothes, and all my clothes were, I wear my clothes fitted anyways. So, I mean, it's not out of the norm, but I know that this jumpsuit was not fitting how it's supposed to be fitting. So therefore, it was not serving how it's supposed to be serving, because I had my back fat, like my bra fat, like they were like out. But since it was at nighttime, I was hoping that was going to camouflage my situation. And so right when we locked eyes, you know, I'm feeling a little bit self-conscious because I'm like, girl, you know, you a liar. You know that you're being deceptive and you have the audacity to go to be up in his face, kikiing. But nonetheless, he saw it, you know, because before I went out, I sent my friend some pictures and she was like, nah, girl, you are straight up lying, not even, but blatantly being deceitful. Okay, fine. So I accepted whatever outcome there was, you know, even if he got up and left. Oh, well, girl, you put yourself in that situation. But that's not what happened. We actually talked. And the conversation was not, I don't know if he was timid or shy. Whatever it was, we got through it, right? And he walked me out. He was quite the gentleman. He paid. Of course he paid. I mean, really? But that's for another story. So he walked me out. He asked if he can see me again. But what I did not like about him is he lacked ambitions. And it seems like he was looking for a merger where he can get with someone and we can build together, which is nothing's wrong with that. However, I just feel like at a certain age, a man needs to be kind of have some things in order. And so I think he was living with his mom, but then that's not out of the ordinary for Brooklynites. I mean, they actually use that saying like, oh, I'm taking care of my mom's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what everybody uses. So you don't really know what the case is. But yeah, so he came from a great family. He had a decent job, but he was comfortable being where he was at. And I was not quite comfortable. You know, I want a certain comfort, you know. So the first date went great. He actually asked me out on the second date, so I'm like, okay, I guess it was not too bad, you know. And the second date, we actually met up at a place close by in Brooklyn, in Park Slopes. Very nice restaurant. It was not even like, it was like one of those very cozy restaurants, but the food was really, really good and the drinks are really, really good. And we were just talking, having a good time. And actually, what really canceled me was not even the fact that I lied about my pictures, was that I was telling him I don't know about being barefoot and pregnant in 8 months and trying to make it through the workday because you don't have enough to take care of us. Like having to like actually push through pregnant, and we're in New York City. So you want me, Journey, to be big pregnant, going up and down these subway stairs, going to a job when I don't feel like it because I need to get the last little bit in, the little bit of paycheck in before I go on maternity leave. That's a hard life. That's hard living. I knew that I did not want to raise a family in New York. Now, if I met someone where we were doing it like that, then that's a different story. But if we're just trying to make it and we're building, where are we going to have a baby at? Like, not New York City. This is where I live temporarily. I would always say this is where I live my head. But this is not where I'm at. Like, this is like the whole story for me. No, that's not where it ends for me. I have other plans for myself, and it's not New York City. Again, unless where I was with someone that is financially astute, where money was not a problem, then hey, where do you want me to be? Where? Okay, I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind following the leader, but who the hell is he? Just because he has a penis does not mean that he knows how to lead, honey. So y'all needs to be careful, okay? Good looks is not where it's at. It's not enough, just like love is not enough. So we need to be crystal clear on the standards, on the criterias that it takes for me to be over there with you. Okay? So he was saying that he wants someone that he can build with. Okay. But, you know, and I was telling him how I felt about, okay, I want to stay at home with our firstborn for the first year. I'm not saying for the first 2 years or 3 years. It's the first year. Can we negotiate that? I mean, first of all, we shouldn't even be negotiating that. These are my terms for you to utilize my uterus, my womb for our baby. Okay? I mean, like, when you're pregnant, your body is already not your own. This baby literally takes over your organs, your meals, your nutritions. Like, I mean, you barely hanging on. There are some people that have really, really great pregnancies, and there's a lot of people that don't. And honey, I don't put it past me to have a great one. I can already see it. I am going to hibernate by the time I get to 6 months. Y'all not gonna see me. Who's going dark is Journey. Because I can already tell. Right here gonna get all dark. My nose is gonna spread all wide. Going to be looking a hot mess. You can't even camouflage that because the baby just takes over, honey. And don't let it be a girl. You're done. So I was like, this is what I'm going to need in order for me to carry your child. In order for you to have my womb, my uterus. And I guess he was not having it. He thought it was too much. And I'm like, this is actually reasonable. I reflected on it. I'm like, I'm not asking for too much. That's the thing, girls. These men will make it seem like you're being unreasonable. You're asking for too much. I'm actually not asking for anything. I mean, for you girls that enjoy working and that don't mind, it could be at the last hour, 9 months in, you're still working and going strong. I mean, hey, have at it. Your prerogative. Do what you need to do for you. But for Journey, I know what it is that I need. I've watched the girls push through. And honey, I don't want that badge of honor for pushing through. Y'all can have that. No. I do not want to push through. I pushed through in New York. And where did that get me? Nowhere. It got me stressed. My hair falling out. Breaking out, skin looking a hot mess, looking like I'm from the back bush of Africa, trying to make it through, trying to figure it out, trying to survive it. I stayed in New York for 8 years. By the 5th year, I should have been gone. This is what happens when you try to make it work, when you try to push through. I almost lost my mind. That's how I know I'm not really a city girl. Like, that kind of living, that kind of struggle, I want no part of it. I want no part of it. I had to fend for myself, be my own nurse, my own security, my own husband, my own everything. No, thank you. Anyways, this is back to the story. And so we finished up our date. Of course, he never called me back. And I'm not going to call him back and ask him why and wonder. No. It's pretty simple with the men's. When they're interested, honey, they'll be blowing you up, trying to get in your schedule, looking for you in the daytime with a flashlight. And when they're not, they go dark, they ghost you. It's pretty clear and simple. If he wants your time, energy, and effort, he is going to lock it in. He's going to pursue you point blank. And when they're done with you, they're done. Not even a little bit done, but done. So I accepted that. And then, and plus I was trying it with this 20 pounds overweight. You know what I'm saying? Than what I really was. So, I mean, I thought he was going to be done the first night. But he actually wasn't. It was just like we were not looking for the same things. And it's okay. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sacrifice, compromise on what I know that I need. Not want, not a desire. Those are actual needs for a man. And where does that leave me? I can't pick somebody else over Journey. That's sacrifice. You're sacrificing yourself. Do I want to be the sacrificing lamb? And for who? The man that really wants you, that desires you, that wants to be with you, that wants to commit and dedicate himself to you, he's going to figure it out. Because that's what men do. Men figures it out. A man that is complaining, it's always something with him. It's always like, he don't have this, he don't have that. He has that victim mentality. Get rid of him. Because, honey, he's going to drag you in the worst possible way. A man should not be complaining like that. Yes, we can talk about your concerns and all that, but all you do is complain? I mean, what you're doing is not even enough. Figure it out. these mediocre men, and it really depends on you ladies. Like, you have to know what it is that you need in order to TikTok. Do you want a merger? Do you want an acquisition? A merger is we're both, two great individuals coming together, bringing our resources together so we can be metropolis together. And an acquisition is, well, I'm just here. I contribute in other ways other than monetary contributions. However, you can acquire me and you could even be more powerful. So, there's pros in both ends. You just have to figure out where you're at and what it is that you want. For all the career girls, oh yeah, go ahead and be merging. Or not, because, a lot of the career girls are merging. They are executives in their respective professions, but honey, they cannot get or keep a good man. And when I say a good man, not somebody that's looking to live off of you and smooch off of you. We're talking about someone that's also doing well. That's what a merger is. But what I've noticed is there's a trend. These men are using us as acquisitions. We're supposed to take care of them. They're coming in with nothing to offer, absolutely nothing. But their good looks and their good sex. Really? I don't want it that bad. I don't ever want it that bad that I'm willing to sacrifice myself, my needs, not even my wants, my desires, but my needs, because he's good looking. And you know what? And if you don't mind, that's fine. But here, Journey, I do mind. I don't care. It's something about seeing a man just sleeping in, laying around, and he's not where he's supposed to be. Like, what do you tell yourself to stay asleep? Like, I stay up every night trying to figure out what's Journey's next move, what we gonna do, how we gonna get there. And you sleeping and you have the nerves and the gall to be snoring. I just want to choke him. No, I need you up at night trying to figure out how you're going to elevate yourself, how you're going to promote yourself. And of course, I'm going to be here backing you up, coming up with game plans. And, we can divide and conquer. We can do all that. But how you're not where you're supposed to be and you're so comfortable. The mediocrity of it all, the mediocrity mindset is too much. I can't watch it. To see a whole able-bodied man just doing the regular 9 to 5, unless it's, like, hold on now, if the 9 to 5 is taking care of business, hey, I'm all for it. But if we're not where we're supposed to be and you're 9 to 5 and you're not looking for side hustles, and if COVID has not taught us anything, if this pandemic has not taught us anything, it has taught us that we need to have multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. So let's not get it twisted now. Like, love don't keep the lights on. Okay? And what it really is when you get into these relationships, honey, we be doing a lot. So however you go in, good luck. If you don't negotiate and advocate for yourself in the very early parts of dating, like before you get into a real monogamous relationship, you need to be honest about what you need to thrive in that relationship. He don't need to figure it out. It's not fair to him to figure it out. You need to be honest with him. Okay, so this story time then turned into something else. But I'm just giving you guys some wisdom out here. Just kind of winging it. No, when you winging it, you're going to get winging it results. Invest in the desired outcome that you want, that you need. That's all I'm saying. And don't sleep on online dating. I'm telling you, ladies, don't sleep on it. I have to do a whole video on online dating and how you can get the results that you desire. How it all starts with mindset. When you have a negative mindset, you're going to get undesirable results. It never fails. You're putting out there in the universe that, you've already failed before you started. You know why? because your mind, what you think, your thoughts, is a direct contribution of what you get in life. I really do believe that. Before, it took me a while to get here, but I've seen it over and over and over again. So if you're already dreading online dating and you're like, oh my God, it's losers. But girl, where do you think they came from? They're not from another stratosphere. They're your neighbors, your doctors, your bankers, your deacons in the church. I mean, they're walking out here in broad daylight. So don't think that they're coming from somewhere else now. There was no online dating when Ted Bundy went around and acting a hot fool. Now, if you're going to go into it with a negative mindset, girl, don't even go into it. You're not ready. You're not ready. And really, don't even go into dating. Because the way that we perceive these men's, with all that negative energy, you're not going to get a doggone thing. Like they say, you attract who you are. It's all cold, dark, and lonely where you're at, and you're looking for light. But who wants to go over there? You sucking up all the energy with your negative attitude. Girl, like, hold on now. We have to start taking responsibility and accountability for ourselves. I had to do it, and you don't get a free pass. When 2 and 2 is not adding up, you start subtracting. Hold on now. What's going on here? Let's evaluate it some. How am I contributing to this? What am I doing wrong? You have to get your mind right. Yeah, life is not fair. No, it's not. And you know what? You're going to have to work for what you want. I'm not saying that you're going to have to work extremely hard, or it's different for everyone. However, what I mean by work is mentally. You're going to have to groom your mental to receive the outcome that you desire, the results that you desire. It starts here. Until you get it right here and you start grooming your mind, life is going to be hard. And you know, it's too much already. You don't need to contribute to the bad things that happen in your life. You don't need to contribute to that. Life will already do what it do. But what I do know is a lot of it is the decisions that we make today. The mindset that we have today is going to determine what tomorrow looks like for us. So I encourage you to do the work of just grooming your mind, getting into a centered place, positive energy, grooming your spirit. And I promise you, you're going to get more than you ever desired. You just have to believe first. Let me know in the comments what your experience have been with online dating. Let's have that conversation. And maybe I would be able to give you some tips that will be able to help you with your dating journey. Thank you so much for your time and for listening. I hope I was able to serve you. Until next time, take care.